Sharon Elizabeth Hall, Jeanette Puglisi. These are just a few of the many aliases she adopted throughout her tumultuous life. Deidre Glabus, Deidre L. Each name a new chapter, each identity a fresh start. These names, each a mask worn by the same woman, hint at the labyrinthine life of Sharon Kinne. A life filled with intrigue, deception, and danger. Born in 1939, Sharon's life was a whirlwind of marriage, infidelity, and violence. Her early years gave no indication of the chaos that would follow. From Kansas City to Mexico City, she navigated a world cloaked in shadows. Her movements were as unpredictable as her many identities. Sharon's story begins with her marriage to James Kinney, a union that seemed ordinary, but was anything but. On a seemingly unremarkable day in 1960, tragedy struck. The quiet suburban life they led was shattered in an instant. James Kinney was found dead in their home, a single gunshot wound to the head. The scene was grim and perplexing. Sharon claimed their 2-year-old daughter was responsible, but the police weren't convinced. The story seemed too far-fetched. The investigation unearthed a tangled web of secrets, each revelation more shocking than the last. Sharon harbored a burning desire for a different life, leading her into the arms of Walter Jones. Their relationship was a dangerous liaison. Their affair was passionate but dangerous, with devastating consequences. It was a relationship built on lies and deceit. The whispers of suspicion began to circulate. Neighbors and friends started to piece together the dark truths of Sharon's life. As the police delved deeper into James Kinne's death, suspicion fell upon Sharon. The investigation revealed layers of complexity that no one had anticipated. Sharon's affair with Walter Jones became a focal point of the investigation. Their secret meetings and whispered conversations painted a picture of betrayal and deceit. But the finger of blame shifted with the disappearance of Patricia Jones, Walter's wife. Her sudden vanishing added another layer of mystery to the already convoluted case. Patricia vanished without a trace, leaving behind an eerie silence. The community was left in a state of shock and confusion, wondering what could have happened to her. The disappearance sent shockwaves through the community. Neighbors gathered in small groups discussing theories and expressing their fears. Sharon was at the center of the storm once again. Her every move was scrutinized, and whispers of her involvement grew louder. The police believed Sharon's desire for a life with Walter drove her to commit an unspeakable act. They theorized that her passion had turned deadly. A .22 caliber pistol linked to both Patricia's disappearance and James's death was discovered. This piece of evidence became crucial in the unfolding drama. In 1960, Sharon faced charges for Patricia's murder. The courtroom was packed with spectators eager to see the outcome of this sensational trial. The prosecution presented a narrative of jealousy, deceit, and murder. They painted Sharon as a woman driven by passion and willing to eliminate anyone in her way. Sharon maintained her innocence, but the jury acquitted her. The verdict left many questions unanswered and the community divided. 2 years later, she was convicted of James's murder, but the conviction was overturned. The twists and turns of the case left a lasting impact on everyone involved. With the eyes of the law still upon her, Sharon fled to Mexico. She was accompanied by a new lover, oblivious to her dark past. But old habits die hard, and Sharon found herself embroiled in another deadly affair. Francisco Ordonez was found dead in a hotel room, a single gunshot wound. Mexican authorities swiftly apprehended Sharon and charged her with Ordonez's murder. The evidence was overwhelming, and Sharon was convicted. She was sentenced to 13 years in a Mexican prison. Even behind bars, Sharon's spirit remained unbroken. In 1969, after serving 5 years of her sentence, Sharon Kinne managed to escape from the Mexican prison where she was being held. Her escape was daring and unexpected, leaving authorities baffled and the public intrigued. Using a series of aliases and clever disguises, she disappeared once more into the shadows, earning the infamous moniker La Pistolera, the gunwoman. Stories of her exploits circulated widely, painting a vivid picture of a woman who lived life on the edge, always one step ahead of the law. For decades, Sharon lived off the grid, her whereabouts a mystery to everyone, including law enforcement agencies across multiple countries. In 2022, an anonymous tip finally led authorities to a small town in Alberta, Canada, where they hoped to find answers. Sharon had died on January 21st, 2022, of natural causes, ending her decades-long run from justice. A fingerprint comparison confirmed her identity, finally bringing closure to one of Kansas City's longest-running mysteries. her story remains a cautionary tale of love, betrayal, and the extraordinary lengths to which one woman would go to outrun her past, leaving a legacy shrouded in intrigue and unanswered questions.